Good morning and welcome to the Daily Echo. It is wonderful Wednesday, August 27th, 2014. Very special day for me because for 26 years, that's right, 26 years, my incredible wife and best friend, Inger Lane, has decided to stay married to me. It was 26 years ago today that we got married in very hot sun in Mesa, Arizona. So grateful for her. Love her more than anything in this world. And I want to talk a little bit about commitment today. I thought it would be a really good time to talk about commitment because over the last 26 years, she's shown unbelievable commitment. I want to talk a little bit about what it means to be committed. I'm going to read this. Commitment is a choice to give up choices. Although this might at first sound limiting, it actually brings great freedom and depth. No longer does the committed person need to weigh which person or way of life will bring more happiness. Once committed, all of one's energy goes into making this commitment work. I think that's a great definition of commitment. I also want to read a couple things to you that Dave Blanchard, a good friend of mine, has shared with me. And I want us to think about this. We live in a world now where people are afraid to make commitments. Is there any wonder why some of the up-and-coming generation has a hard time even staying in the same job? Our marriage rates are at all-time lows. People don't ever want to get married. They just want to live with each other for a period of time and then decide, well, maybe, I'm not real sure. Is it any wonder why they have a hard time staying committed to anything else? It's becoming a real issue, and I think we need to really look at it and begin to identify that commitment is so vital in our lives, and it starts with that person that we choose to spend the rest of our lives with. Dave says this. He says, one of the great sources of joy in tangible reality comes from being in a loving relationship. This is especially true when a relationship grows into a healthy partnership. And this is what I want to focus on, partnership. Whether we are in a committed relationship, engaged in a building romance, or still searching for our true love, we will want to deepen a relationship and intentionally create a partnership. Now, what is a partnership? The word partnership means that we are joint heirs. When we apply the legal definition of an equal partnership to a relationship, we discover that companions who choose to create a partnership have equal rights, equally shared decision, equally making powers, yet each has their own liabilities. This means that the vote of each person when making a decision for the partnership carries the same weight, yet each person is individually responsible for the success or failure of the entire partnership. That's an awesome commitment. So when we get into these relationships, sometimes we want to carry the burden ourselves or we want our partner to carry the burden. Understand that each person is either going to allow this to be successful, but ultimately could cause it to fail, just the one person. It requires both people. In closing today, I want to read this final saying. Far too many relationships are plagued with hurtful and often harmful innuendos, sarcasm, the need to be right, mostly men, unnecessary competition, and idle gossip. Do you ever talk about your spouse? Don't. Do we believe that criticism improves performance? Do we criticize our spouse? Do we value all contributions to the partnership, whether performed in a place of business or in our home with our spouse? Or does our mate feel more like an employee, laborer, housekeeper, nanny, or a roommate? Do we ever share intimate and private details about our companion when in conversation with close friends? Don't. It is so easy to become complacent, comfortable, controlling, and even critical. These wedges can rip apart good relationships and prevent the possibility of this partnership. If we have allowed any of these sharp and cutting devices to creep into our relationships, it is time for a new direction. Those of you that are married, treat your spouse great. Treat her better than anything in the world. As I've said many times, Stephen Covey talks about the word love. Love is a verb. He had a man come to him once in a seminar and said, the love isn't there anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do with my spouse. Stephen Covey said, love her. And the man said, it's just not there. There's no love. He said, love her. The man a third time said, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. It's just not there. Stephen Covey then went on to say, love her. Love is a verb. It's a service word. Serve her. Look after her needs. Do what she needs. Love is not this magical formula with sparkles in the air that we see shooting stars and we see fireworks. It's a feeling that comes as we nurture the verb, the action. I'm so grateful for my wonderful wife, Inger, and for the love that she's shown me, the verb love that she's shown me. Those of you that are married, getting married, have that commitment, have that partnership. Have a wonderful Wednesday here on August 27th. We will talk to you again tomorrow on Tremendous Thursday. As always, thanks for watching The Echo.